All right, and today we have Matthias in the house. Welcome, Matthias.
Welcome, Marco.
And I'm very excited because, like in the past, we have been together. For instance, like in Sanskrit, you've learned Sanskrit before, and I was very happy that you were joining my 12-week program regarding language mastery. And yeah, I'm also happy, very much happy to hear your experience with the course so far. Now, before we start, who exactly are you and what do you do?
Okay. So I'm from Germany. Um, Originally, I have a PhD in pure mathematics, but when I was working at the university as a mathematician for a while. But this is a long time ago, because then after this university time, I went to the industry and did software developments and working for banks and insurance industry and governments as well. And but then I worked 20 years in an investment company and doing risk management for investments. So it's nothing to do with languages. And but in the middle of 2013, I retired, and since then I still continue a little bit in my old work, because I was also writing some articles. And then at this time, I started, because even before retirement, I started, like Marco mentioned, I did a yoga teacher training, and I did some trainings as a dance teacher and similar things. So alternative ways. And then with the yoga teacher thing, I became interested in Sanskrit and did summer school in University Hamburg in summer to get an introduction as a so-called Bildungsurlaub at this time. And then uh, and then I started actually not only then I started actually learning Tibetan somehow, because it was for me maybe it was more, there was a course near my home in Frankfurt, and I started there. And then I became guest student in Hamburg. So I started actually learning Tibetan and Sanskrit, and still doing this. And now I'm after the retirement. Now I'm actually a kind of full-time student, more or less, besides some other interests like dancing and traveling.
And by the sound of it, you're also a very active
But now
student.
I'm retired. I'm actually 68.
Wow.
Yes, and
You're retired, but you're far away from being tired. I noticed you joined so many programs by
yes,
talking to you
yes,
previously. You joined sometimes more programs than some students in their prime, in their 20s and 30s, like studying. So,
yes. But of course, I have just the recent days. I was learning in Tibetan class about the three falls, that the have to, and you listen to something, you have to make sure that you are not like a cap with holes, and not the wrong way around. You have to open, and you should not mix it with a negative mindset. But this I learned now in Tibetan.
wow, wow, incredible, incredible. I I'm wondering, what was your motive for seeking this course?
Yes, like these things like mindset and the structuring my learning methods and approach. It's I need to reflect a lot about why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, where I have problems um, in my in my how to say in my project of
Mhm.
processing it, how to, because I'm really struggling with memorizing something. It's difficult for me to memorize some slokas or some texts. It's or even the vocabs to get a stick in my mind, and I really investigate what I have to do to make it more that it really helps. I don't want to waste my time just trying and nothing. And so you know what I mean. I
Yes,
need to find a good way. Mhm.
yes. Definitely. And it sounds like it was quite a mission for you after so long, like being out of studies or like being in different studies like mathematics, where
That,
it's not about memorizing, I think,
yes.
that you really apply yourself so strongly.
Yes,
And
it was a shift because I had actually, in my student time, I was full of mathematical theories. Then
Mhm.
later on in the industry, you have to learn you have to all so many things you have to learn ongoing, but different topics
Mhm.
about, I don't know, laws about investments or whatever you have to learn. And now I shift totally in. I don't know, Sanskrit grammar rules and Tibetan words. So this is completely different again. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, I can only imagine, truly.
Mm.
What was your goal and what did you hope to gain from this course?
Yes, to clarify uh, my my whole setup learning these things. So I have to because this is always cannot just learn. I need to make care. Where do I do the notes? What time do I study?
Yes, definitely.
What is my how much focus do I put while studying? Uh,
Yes.
when do I break? I have a lot of choice I can do. Hmm.
Yes. So it sounds
Do
like
I
you were,
rejoice? Do I not rejoice? How seriously do I take? Is it just for fun? I have a lot of options. I have to decide. Hmm.
seems like you really were looking for a system which give you a clear structure of what to do and
Yes, yes.
when.
So I look for some. It's not necessary for me to follow all these things, but it's how to say it's an opportunity to reflect
Of,
about my personal setup.
of course. I'm curious, what did you achieve through the course so far?
So I I have no answer, but I was reflecting more, even
Hmm.
deeper about my own objectives.
Hmm.
It is not easy to answer, and I can't now answer it. I don't want even why. What is, but maybe it's not so important. Why? At the end, I found out that it's more also the how to say the learning as such is already how to say the process as such. How to say.
Hmm.
You mentioned it also in one of the classes that it's not so much focusing on the outcome, but more
Yeah.
also like in the Gita, you get it always that you should not look at your benefits at the end, but also you look for the doing as such. Yes, this is
Yes. Yes.
important. Mm.
Not so much on the outcome, but focused on our actions, on our behavior, the
Our
thing.
actions and behavior, and especially then in the moment of learning already, then this is already, if you focus on this,
Well,
is already, then I
other,
don't need to think about why I'm now learning this. So maybe it's not,
otherwise we put like huge pressure on ourselves. Hey, can I learn all this? Can I pass all the examinations? Can I
yeah,
have all this active recall of this vocabulary? All of
yes,
these, all of which is outside of our control.
yes. And of course, and so this is all then coming into my mind when I listen to, when I, for example, listen to the videos, I look at it, or when I listen to even the other things like movement, exercise. Okay, it's my age. I'm not how to say, a sportler. How to say,
Mhm.
my English is even not, I need also to, how to say, I'm
The
not,
English is perfect.
yes, you know what I mean. But I need to take care. I like that you are saying, okay, the woman, because I do the same. When I was now a couple of months at the ocean, staying at the ocean, and I liked it very much when I go on every day I did a long walk at the ocean and try for the whole time to repeat something in my mind
Beautiful.
in Tibetan or in Sanskrit, something.
Beautiful.
So I made maybe a half an hour a walk and then there was I tried to go on something in my mind to use the time not only to think anything but just a little bit something which I like, some
Excellent. And by the way, just by not having an answer, not having any answer, you gave probably one of the most perfect answers for my question. And in any way, how would you describe the course?
So it's a broad range of topics.
Hmm.
So you try to, that is nice because it's not necessary for me to say, okay, this I agree or this I don't agree. It's because I took just what when I listen to something, I don't know, so there are many topics like the curve, what is the best not too less, not the goal should not be too low and not too high. So
Yes,
you have
like
things like this.
Goldilocks rule. Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes,
So, or also even it's for me also important what you eat and how
hmm,
you eat and
yes,
when do you eat and
hmm,
so things when do you sleep. So sometimes I have not enough sleep because I have to stand up maybe at 5 o'clock in the morning to get my homework done and things like this. Because sometimes I know for some classes, when I go to, I know I have a 10 o'clock, I have a university class, and when I have not done the homework, I have to look at the watch. I need at least 3 or 4 hours for this homework,
yes.
and what to do. Then I look at them and
I really admire and appreciate your devotion to your subjects and your dedication. Like I don't know so many people who are like pushing 70 and have this type of drive, this type of determination still and going so hard. So really kudos to you.
I. And
Um,
then, yes. So it's also interesting that I think I know that Anki is one of the favorite topics from the tool set for learning languages. It's also nice to learn more about it.
mhm.
That I like some things like this. I like also. Uh, so uh, I didn't went yet into the cold ice, but doesn't
I was
I should think
recommending,
about.
yes, like one of the videos I said, like it's beneficial to have, for instance, cold exposure. For instance, we can do this with a
Yeah.
cold shower or even just 20 seconds of cold shower at
Yes,
the
yes,
end.
yes.
And by the way, I was recommended as well, like ice bathing, but of course, like
Yes, you
it's
could do it.
this is not everybody's cup of tea. But
So,
if you like, now it's already summer, so it's difficult to do.
yes, I did.
How-
When I was in autumn, it's the ocean. I was also trying to get some exposure to cold
Okay.
swimming at least.
But you're such a good sport. Like you're trying to do everything from the course. So it's really, I really appreciate that. What
Okay.
particularly surprised you about the course or the whole program?
Particularly surprised. Mm, uh, yes, because I was surprised that so many topics are involved, and you did a lot of effort to structure it well and to I think that was surprising that you try to make a complete how to say complete course with all important topics involved more or less. That was surprising. So it's because it's new. I think this it's emerging from scratch. So
Yes. Yes.
it's like a phoenix coming out of something. Yes.
Out of the ashes.
Yes, yes. So it's not ready, so because you have to prepare it, I think, so you can see. So that's nice that you see, so because we could feel that you just prepared it, and you
Yes.
did it also, and this
Yes.
comes. It's also uh,
Yes.
transmitted somehow. So it's not something which is already existing since long times, and maybe it would
No,
be more
no.
boring. But so it's very fresh knowledge, so it's very good.
Yes. So
Mm.
I really also appreciate all your feedbacks and your surveys and criticisms, such suggestions, because these gave me a lot of feedback based on which I could actually create the course. So
Mhm.
I was creating the course in real time as you guys were going through it. So I appreciate all of your efforts and yeah, it was such a cool collaboration so far. And
Yes.
another question is, was there any reason, or if so, what would be the reason for choosing this program? Or choosing my company or me?
Yeah, it's depend if you are already perfect organized and you are very clear about everything, and then maybe you don't need it. But most people need here and there some ideas what they could improve. And I think it's good for everyone to review own own habits and own habits. I think it's very important how you then you're saying very often small steps, and then you can
Yes.
improve and things like this. So I think that's useful for for everyone. Um, if you make it manageable in a way, you know. And also nice idea to start with 5 minutes and 10 minutes and up to whatever you like. You the, the ones who are one can continue. I mean, I think they got the idea and can prolong for even more.
Yes. Yes. This gradual process from starting like with minimal time and then gradually increasing. Yes.
It remembers me when I did Vipassana courses many years ago. They choose the same approach. They started every day 5 minutes you have to do, then you have 10 minutes as you're walking and sitting meditation, and then you
Yes.
continue 20 minutes, then you have to do half an hour, and then you have 1 hour.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent approach. And last question, would you recommend this course? And if so, to whom would you recommend this course?
Um, I think everyone has his own circumstances, so it's difficult to know in which circumstances someone um, but if you want to learn something and you are not sure how to integrate it in your life in a way or to make it more efficient, then you should not only do the course, but you need it's how to say accompanying your
Yes.
studying into and even if you're already in learning, then it could even give you some impulses for more to do it in a better way. And yes, I think it's for everyone who because it's learning. It's not only learning. You need really to reflect the way how do you learn, and the course gives. It's not really saying, but by already watching at the videos and doing the exercises, but then it would help you to reflect about your own learning process.
Yes.
I think it's for me, it's the most benefit out of it. Mm.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You get a lot of ideas what you can implement if you like, but you can choose. It's a lot, so many options, so you can choose. You don't
Well,
need at the end to do Anki. If you don't like Anki, then don't do an Anki. It's not a must. If someone learns other way, then it's also fine. So it's
there's enough
like
options.
this. So it's not that is that I want to say is you can
Yes.
choose. Mm,
Yes. There's enough options and enough ways, I think, for everybody there. Yeah.
mm.
Well, thank you so much, Matthias, for joining this, for not only joining this program, but also really like going full force in this program. And yeah, being also, by the way, a good example of what somebody can achieve, even if we are a bit senior. And I know you have a busy life with different circumstances, and still like you make it happen, and still you're trying, and still you're trying. So this is also admirable to see from my end that you still give it your all. So I'm very much looking forward to working with you together still. And thank you also for taking the time today to share your feedback. And I wish you a wonderful Saturday evening, Saturday
Yes.
afternoon.
Thanks, Marco. Wish you also the best, and I think the course will flourish somehow. Yes, so I wish you then also that it will be. I hope that it will be good for many other students and participants. Yes. Mm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matthias.